Welcome to another episode of Reseller Evolution. My name's Scott.
I'm Carl.
How's it going, Carl?
Yeah, that's all right.
I was going to try to be very studious. Welcome.
I know. And I thought I could either copy it or just say the normal way. I went with normal way.
Well, what's normal for one person might not be normal for another.
Oh, God. It's only 20 seconds in.
Carl, what's going on?
Quite a bit. So,
Quite a bit.
quite a
What?
bit. I processed all the laser discs
Oh,
last night, finally.
nice.
So, there are 400 of them.
Yeah.
Most of them are going to be, selling for about, $5 to $10 range. But there were some good ones. There's some like 20, 30, $50 ones. There's one like worth 80, and honestly, I can't even remember what it was. So
Right.
that was the highest one by far.
Was
But
it horror, though?
no horror. Not there was a couple of horrors, but nothing like
Really?
crazy weird horror. Yeah.
Okay.
I found the ones more valuable are the ones that people might actually like. Science fiction was tended to be good,
Yeah.
or popular stuff, right? Like
Okay.
Krull. I had Krull, the movie Krull. I think that was worth a bit more.
Crawl's a great movie. I remember that movie as a kid.
I had the board game. I don't
Oh,
think I ever
really?
played it, but I had the board game. Yeah.
That's the one where the Cyclops. So I think they had to give up one of their eyes and they could see the future, but the only thing they could end up seeing is the time they die.
Oh, geez. Odin got a much better deal for his eye.
I don't know. Isn't that was Crawl, right?
I can't remember. I'll have to watch the movie. Like, dude, it was like literally 40 years ago. I probably, if not even longer, that I
Dude,
watched
I
that
love
movie.
Crawl. I'm gonna try to find it and watch it now that you mentioned it.
When I got the laser disc. So,
There you
yeah.
go.
Anyways, so I processed them all, which is good because they take up a lot of room in the house too. So I took about half of them, maybe a third of them to the booth, put them in. I sold a few on the weekend to another reseller who
Oh
actually
yeah.
collects laser discs.
Oh.
Uh, so my joke is I sold 7, so only 393 to go. So
Yeah. Well,
and
it's one of those things you'll probably do very well on 50-60% very quickly, and then the rest will just trickle out.
if I can do that, I'd be very happy.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm asking like $10 each, or 3 for 25, or 10 for 70. So we'll see. I'm gonna get a feel for it. If they don't go at that price, then I can always lower it. But it we'll see. Because sometimes people will go through and pick the best stuff too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the rest of the stuff, then you do the price drop, right? So, and I'm still planning on doing that Facebook thing. So now that I have a lot there, I took some pictures at the booth. Now I can say, hey, if you're into laser discs, here's what I have a bunch of them at the market, and here's what I'm asking, and do all that.
Well,
So,
it's funny we're talking about media stuff because I watched something. It might have been just yesterday or the day before, but the guy was talking about is media. Uh, is it hard media? Maybe like media that you can touch, like DVDs and
that
stuff like
you
that.
actually own in your hand
Yeah,
as opposed to
that
digitally. Yeah.
he's like, this is starting to really come back, and he loves this. And I'm like, dude, I think it's been back for a long time. You're just catching up. But he's talking about VHS and CDs, and because everybody's sick of streaming. And I'm
Well,
gonna
they don't trust streaming.
I'm gonna add to this first in a second. He goes, but a lot of younger people right now are starting to get into it, and the graphics, like on the covers and stuff. And I'm like, holy shit! Like this has been going on for a little bit, but I think it's starting to catch up to just about everybody. So, um, like other people are starting to catch on to this. I know out of the booth and stuff, VHS and CDs and DVDs are doing very well. Um, but here's another thing, and this is something that I've kind of thought about and writing the book, and I start hearing how many people are out there reading nowadays. Like Steph's daughter and daughter-in-law belong to a book club. Well, that means there's other people in this book club. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you get inundated with so much YouTube Netflix, so many streaming places out there, and all these videos are bombarded on you. You look for something different, and I'm kind of wondering if going to back to books and reading might be something that's going to be trendy coming up. If it's not already, it might already be there, and I've just kind of looked at it because of the book that I wrote and continue writing on other stuff. I'm just I'm just kind of stepping into that area and realizing that hey, there's actually a lot of people kind of into this, right? Like younger generations. And everybody used to say, I hear it all the time, oh, reading's dead. Nobody reads anymore. I don't think that's true.
No, well, I'm always reading something myself, but yeah, I think.
Well, it's because you bought all those Playboys
Oh yeah, I read from the articles.
for the articles. But
Well, I hope people come and buy them for the articles because I got a lot of them.
but no, I'm just thinking like, sometimes things can circle back, right? Like if you get inundated too much with one thing, you start falling to something different. And I don't know. I'm thinking that that might be something that's coming back is like you can a DVD you can put on a shelf and have it part of a decor, but at the same time, you're not paying streaming fees for six different companies because you want, Disney something here or someone there. Like you just go and grab it and it's on your shelf. And if you ever want to go and watch that, it's there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no one can take it away from you, right? Like
Yep.
that's part of the problem with the streaming services is that you want to watch something, well, it's not available on any of the services you have. So I think that's why it's coming back. There's trust is being lost a bit too, I think. Because I remember buying things digitally in the past that I no longer, for whatever reason, don't have access to anymore. And that's sucks after you paid for it, right? It's like, okay, this is no good. So I remember that happened to me with some comic books. I bought their digital comic book service, and then I
Yeah.
went to go read them. It's like, oh, sorry, this is no longer available. It's like, what do you mean no longer available? I bought this, so I couldn't be bothered to figure out how to fix it or whatever. So it's like, I don't trust anymore. So, you know, with laser discs, I think there's two markets. One may be a bit of that, but I think there's also like display, like you were talking about, like displaying the covers and just the collectability as well. So we'll see. But I've heard that as well with media. Definitely, some people just don't trust for lots of reasons, or they don't have access to like digital services. Like one guy bought some tapes this weekend at the booth because his car plays tapes.
Yeah. Well, I remember people used to come in and buy a lot of DVDs and stuff or VHS, especially when I did a yard sale. It was for because they go to the cottage,
There's that too. Yeah.
right? So, and there's something about watching VHS. Like we grew up in that era. That was a big for us. It has a little bit of a different sound and a little bit of a different look. Like I
Yeah, a
enjoy it.
crappy look.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing like lines and
Oh my god! And
you
then
know.
it, like you have the warped part of the tape and all. I have no nostalgia for any of this stuff. I like give me
Really, eh?
digital, give me high D. I want 8K. If I could, I want 32K. Like I
I
want it
I
all.
I'm very nostalgic. I think.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't go hunting for it.
right.
For me personally, I do to resell it, but I will pop a VHS into the VCR and watch it. DVD. Um, I think the biggest thing I watch though, to be honest, is YouTube. Like I'll watch creature features because it gives me so many awesome like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah,
Those creature features. There's actually even a show called Creature Feature. Um, so I do watch a lot of that stuff there, but it wouldn't be odd for me to put a VCR, a VHS tape, or a DVD and watch it too. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't
so
know what
yeah.
to say.
Anyway, so I processed all of them, and then I'm going to send them off to the booth. I'm going to hide a bunch. I have this funny is I have this big hole underneath my center display area.
Yeah,
So I'm going to stuff a bunch under there, and then if I might even put a little sign more available. Just ask, and then I can bring them out. So, anyways, that's good.
Okay.
The Playboys, I put a bunch of them out from the '60s. Uh, I didn't sell any, which doesn't surprise me that much because I'm asking quite a bit. Because like online, I could get good prices, and I put lower prices in the booth. I just don't know if anyone's going to pay me 20, 24 bucks, 25 bucks for a Playboy for the 1960s at the market. But I'm going to try because you never know, right? I have
Yeah. I've never tried, so that's why I'm gonna say it's possible. I've always put like $8 to $10 a piece. Um,
these are for the '60s though, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I know like the prices I put on, I can definitely get online. It's not
Okay.
like a question. So because this is the prime stuff, the '60s. Well, really '50s are, but I don't have that. But I have the '60s.
Yeah.
If I was selling stuff in the '70s, '80s, and stuff like that, then I'm going to put much lower prices on. But that's my low priority for the haul I got. Right, like like I did the DVD, the laser discs because they're easy. You know, UPC scan is so very quick, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going through the Playboys because there's more conditioned stuff too with the Playboys, eh? Because uh, they're just some of them have slight rips in them or whatever. It's more thinking involved, right? So I'll do that.
What
And
if the pages stick?
yeah, I know. You know what? I mean, you know what's horrible? It's like I saw someone putting a magazine back in,
Yeah.
and I said, and I thought it was they were looking at heavy metal, and on the heavy metal magazines, like for the sleeves I had them in, it's sticky at the back. So I
Yeah.
don't want people putting them back in and like ripping the pages. I said, "Oh, be careful because it might be sticky." And then it was a Playboy, and then I said, and then my buddy Pete started laughing. And sticky. And I the second I said it, I regretted exactly the words I used because it was a Playboy. Yeah. So that joke is 1,000 times heard the joke, but yes. So we all had a good laugh that day. Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Um, so there was that. So that was like the sales were mediocre. Like they weren't horrible, but not great. Uh, and I have a couple of some potential private picks coming up again. One is a repeat of where I got all the laser discs from, where they put together some extra stuff that they want to sell, like
Oh
just
yeah.
a box of it, right? Not 1,000 boxes. So they said once they have it ready, they'll contact me and I'll just go over there and
Well, that's
take a
good.
look. Yeah, nothing. I don't think it's gonna be anything like amazing. It's just, but it's good. And then they gave me a contact, and they sent me a bunch of stuff that they're wanting to sell. And I'm gonna go. I made an offer. Now I know you say never do that, but that's who
Oh
I am.
geez. Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And that's for Voltron stuff, which can
Oh.
be collectible, right? And then a bunch of stuff I'm not as interested in, but would be okay. Like for example, those train sets, not the HO ones, but the Marks ones. You get them in boxes. They're
Okay.
big. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? The
Think so.
Marks?
Yeah. They're old metal, usually
Yeah,
black and
not the greatest things in the world. Like I've seen them show up at auctions, and
they
people
look
think
cool.
they look cool, but they're not really worth that much, to be
No.
honest. So there'll be some of
We-
that. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they usually the thing that runs cold usually has like New York on it and
Yeah. So there's a bunch of train stuff, which is fine. Um, Dinky toys, which I'm not really interested in, but it's kind of just thrown in. Um,
the only reason I don't like giving things over the phone because I don't think there's an advantage to it. Because either you're going to be disappointed or they're going to be disappointed. So if they're disappointed, they're just not going to have you come out. They're going to know I want more. Or you're going to be disappointed when you get there and it's not going to be in the condition that you think it is. I that's just me personally. So I would
oh,
be
I
saying
get it.
I
Like
would
I get
be more
that.
saying like, listen, until I see it, I can't really give you an idea of what I'm willing to pay for it.
And
Like,
I totally get that. Like,
yeah,
and you know, I was talking to Amy and honestly Chat GPT about that specific thing. And it's just the way I am, right?
yeah,
It's just like everyone has, what they say, 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
yeah,
This is how I skin the cat, and this is what I prefer. I'm much happier skinning the cat this way.
yeah,
Um, and so I thought about all that what you said, and other people said too. It's not just you, right?
yeah.
And this is the way I am. This is just the way I am. So I acknowledge it and I respect it, and I chose a different decision because that's what I prefer. So I'm upfront to them with them, and I'm offering a good price. I'm not offering crazy.
That's what I mean. Like, you're offering probably a good price, but when you get there and it's shit, are
I'm
you?
offering a price where worst case scenario I get my money back,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay.
um anywho, so I had that coming up hopefully. And what how about your week?
My week was good. Um, the booth has been doing really good. Um, I we record this on a Wednesday, and I think it was the Thursday I was notified that someone I know is doing a antique collectibles sale in Simcoe.
Right.
So I called that person and say, "Hey, listen, I'd be interested." So he goes, "Oh, I didn't think you would have been interested. I would have called you." He goes, "Well, we're full." He goes, "But I'll set you up 2 tables." He goes, "How many tables do you want?" And I'm like, "2." And he goes, "I'll make that happen." So that being said, I got in a really good corner spot.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with my spot. And the 2 tables, $40, $20 a table. The tables are 8 feet long, so I had 16 feet of table. So if I'm just trying to allow an image of it. So there's stuff on the top. I had things like pictures and art and stuff behind me, and then I had other stuff in boxes under the table, but so people looking on could look at them. And I did $1,305
When did you do this?
Sunday.
Oh, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, it just all happened on Thursday.
Okay.
He goes, "Yep, I'll give you a table." I took a couple of days just trying to pack a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my truck was full, and I filled Steph's car up. And then so she had to go to work. So I unloaded my stuff. She came by. We took her stuff in her car and put it in my truck. And every time things were selling, I just kept going to my truck and bringing in more boxes. And
Oh, wow.
yeah. Um, so yeah. So it was great. It was a great day. I mean, what, 5 hours? It was 9 till 2. So in 5 hours, I did $1,300. You know,
Yeah,
and
those markets can be when they work, they really work well.
everybody was happy. I think I was probably I first of all I had some people just had one table, but I took two because I have so much stuff here. I'm like, I'm going to do two, and I was motivated to sell as well. So I wasn't sticking on retail price on everything. I had it marked pretty much at retail, maybe minus 10%. Um, but if I had $60, like there was a bunch of Tonkas. Well, what I did is I bought a bunch of Tonkas from someone. I cherry picked the good stuff. I had a box ready to go to auction. I'm like, I'll take this. I'll put $60 on it, right? Guy offered me $50. I'm like, sure. If I put it in auction, I'd probably make $20, $30. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
No commission or anything, just straight up. Uh, so a friend of mine who, at the end of the day, dropped, and I give him some discounts, but he does me a lot of really good. But with the picking and stuff, very knowledgeable guy. Dropped $300, but 200 of it was for a bunch of stuff that's going to end up going to a museum.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, because I didn't know what it was, so I had it to the side, knowing he'll be there, and I'm like, I'm gonna show him. And he looked through it, and he goes, would you be interested in selling it to the museum? And I'm like, as long as it's not worth 20 grand.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
right. But he offered me a couple $100. So to be honest with you, it was one of those things where I'm happy with a couple $100 because I didn't know if it was worth zero or not. But I went to a pick, grabbed a bunch of this stuff, and brought it home. And it sat for quite a while because I didn't know how to deal with it. And I thought, okay,
yeah,
if he's going to be there, he'll know. So I took it to him. But it's one of those things where it's valuable for some people, but other people wouldn't even know what to do with it, right?
yeah,
Um, anyways, yeah. So it was just a good day. It was just a good day. And people say like at the end of the day, like it runs slow. It wasn't worth it. Well, I had a guy rush back from Hamilton. He was there earlier in the morning, and then he left and came back, and he goes, he bought all three of my railroad spikes, sledgehammers for spikes and stuff like that. They were
yeah.
marked CNR, CPR. So he bought all three, and he rushed back just to buy them. So, and then the $300 to a friend of mine, like that was 10 minutes before closing.
Yeah.
So it was worth the whole day was worth it. But
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
9 till 12, it was jam packed, dude. It was so
Nice.
packed. It was so busy. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's it. So did I sell everything? No, I didn't sell everything. But I sold a lot. I sold a lot.
Nice.
But
Oh wow. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. That's cool.
yeah.
That's fun.
But the booth has been doing so well too, and I sold some things on eBay, and I don't know. It's almost like what do they call it when the lighthouse spins around and it shines on you,
Yeah.
and then it
So
goes
you're,
away.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody, you know. So it was just like it was a good week. Um,
Did you have
I
fun?
do. What's that?
Did you have fun at the market at the show? Did you enjoy it?
I did. I did. Yeah. I mean, this is where I told you about that guy that bought that wrestling shirt off me. Give me a hard time.
Yeah, we talked about that. I assumed that story was from a while ago. I
No,
didn't
no,
because
no.
because
That was this
I
week.
didn't know you. It was from like this weekend.
No, no, it was from this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah, yeah.
But um, yeah, I don't know. It just I don't think I did a pick. Did I do a pick this weekend, or did I talk about that last week?
I don't know. It's all blending together, man.
Yeah, because there was a pick. I'm just trying to remember what I did, but there was
You
some
talked
stuff I
about it
didn't
there.
even
Yeah.
I didn't even take out of the truck. I just took it
No.
from that pick, and then it was still in the truck, so I just took it to the thing on Sunday.
Oh no. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's fine then. That's
and
fine.
it sold, and the stuff was selling, and I'm like, the one guy apologized because it was a stool and it had cobwebs on it, and I'm like, sorry about the cobwebs. I said that didn't even come to my truck. I just had it at a pick a couple days ago and then brought it straight here. I didn't even have a chance to clean it up. And they bought two tables. They bought the stool and the table. I had 45 marked on one. I had 45 marked on both of them, and they offered 35 for each if they bought both.
See, that's a
So
reasonable offer.
I think that's a reasonable offer for
I
sure.
had $30 on something this weekend. The guy offered me 10, and I said, "No, thank you." It was all
No, they just
friendly.
said if we buy both, would you do 35 for each instead of 45? And I'm like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So, um, I mean, it just came out of a house right here, but
you know,
so
life goes on.
yeah, so that's perfect. That's the way it should always be. Don't even get it out of my truck and just have it sold. Doesn't even come to the house. But no, it was a good week. It was fun.
Yeah,
Um, it's funny. I had these hockey cards for a long time, and then I'm like, okay, they're kind of older. Like there were, the Golden Seals and like just names that you don't even hear about anymore in the NHL. So I packaged them up based on teams. I guess I had 15 packages. I just put $10 a piece on them, which I thought was very reasonable. I probably should have put 15 on each or 20. But anyways, I put 10 on each. Um, 15. Guy came in, grabs them all. He goes, "How much for all of them?" So it came out to 150. So I'm like, how about 120? And he goes, if I buy them all. And I said, 120 if you buy them all. So he bought them all. Then the next guy comes up and he goes, damn it. He goes, I wanted those. He's like, he goes, I was going to go this way or I was going to go that way because it splits into two
Yeah,
different
yeah,
roads, right?
yeah,
And he goes, and I picked that way. And he goes, and then I get here late. He goes, damn it. He was so mad. I'm like, I don't got any more, dude. He bought them all. You
yeah.
know,
The way it
but,
rolls.
but then he bought a ton of stuff off me too. He probably dropped a couple $100. So
Hmm. Did you make contacts? Did you like,
uh
or at least renew friendships? At least.
well, um there's a couple guys I might give my phone number to. One for sure, he wants Masonic. He wanted Masonic stuff. I had a certificate framed. I think it was early 1900s. It's a certificate from a Freemason, but he wanted smaller stuff. I have a bunch of stuff here, but I said I don't know where it is. I got a bunch at home. I got ribbons and different things. So he took my number. He's gonna come back and get more.
I
Or
hate that promise, by the way, as an aside. When someone asks me if I have something, it's like I know I do, but it's like I have no idea where it is.
well, I usually don't, and I give Steph shit for doing it because Scott's got that, and then I gotta go look for it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
and I don't know why I did it this time. It was just I'm just like I don't know. Just after I said it, I'm like, wish I didn't say it because if he calls now, I'm gonna have to look
I
for it.
know.
You know what I
I
mean?
usually lie now, eh?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Well, it's not
because it's not
lying.
worth
Just
it.
I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff at home I could or I could not.
Like someone asked me for Angry Smurfs, and it's like I know, mate, they're here somewhere. I've even looked.
I don't
It's like, and he came back. Said, "Did you get them?" It's like, "Yeah, sorry, dude. I looked and I couldn't find them," which is true.
Yeah,
But I don't like looking for stuff like that because it's just not. I'm not going to do it.
and it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time, and I promise things and I can't deliver. I hate that, so I just lie now, or not. Whatever you want to say, right? It's like,
Well,
yeah, I don't
at
think
the
so.
same time, it's going to sell.
Yeah,
So when I get to it and find it and put it out, it'll sell. So it's not like I need to be wasting time looking for it and getting everything all messy now because it'll sell later. I'm not worried
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
But,
It's hard making those promises, and
but the funny thing too, Carl, is getting stuff ready for the show forced me to open up a bunch of boxes that I hadn't gone through, and I was super surprised at what I had that I forgot I had.
yeah, I know, right?
Right, so I opened up this box, and there was this. It's just a little teddy, but it has a Formula One. I shouldn't say little teddy bear. I don't know. It's probably 15 inches, but anyways, it's brand new. It's in its plastic, like sealed plastic bag, but it was a Formula One Ferrari teddy bear. They go for $135, brand
Yeah,
new, like in the
sitting
bag, in the
somewhere.
brand new bag.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, well, we'll put that to
yeah,
the side. Then I
yeah,
find these Kiss the music the band
yeah,
Kiss cards, and they have a dog tag and stickers inside,
yeah,
and they're all factory sealed, right? Like they're
yeah,
factory sealed. Well, there's like lots of tens and stuff like that. I probably got 20 to 30 uh packs, and I think 10 go for like $100 or something like that, or 12 go for $100. And I'm like, well, there's at least $100 here online, so I put that to the side. But I just kept finding little
yeah,
nuggets of gold like that, right?
yeah.
And like I forgot I even had this stuff. Like it's crazy. So anyway, it was
That's why I
nice to start
become.
it was nice to start digging into the piles that you never know when you're going to get there, but
Yeah,
and find that stuff. So
that's why I'm become more ruthless too with like just getting rid of stuff because it gets in the way of the good stuff sometimes, right? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I mean, somebody thought my stuff was good because they were buying it.
Yeah, I mean, like I brought back a whole bunch of stuff in the booth, and a lot of it I'm going to donate, right? Because it's like if it hangs around here, it gets in the way of dealing with the other stuff,
Yeah.
either mentally or physically. Probably both, right? So, yeah,
Well, another thing too is that there's talk that they're going to do another one of these. So I'm hoping we'll do once a week, because that would be That would be nice. I think it's a time of year. I think we're getting to a point where people are out buying because there's not really any yard sales. There's not really anything to go to buy stuff. And when I'm in the mood to unload the stuff, definitely not yard sale prices. But I could work with the price because I know there's no commission coming off. It's stuff that I just really wanted to go, and I was either thinking about putting in an auction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I did have some higher end stuff out there. A lot of it did not go. The higher end stuff, they were more into the more inexpensive stuff, but it was stuff I was really happy to see go for decent money. And again, it was definitely not yard sale money. I made good money on it compared to what I had paid for it. Like the one pick where I sold all this stuff, like there was two items that paid for everything, and I got boxes of stuff, and and I was selling stuff that I hadn't even taken out of my truck yet from that pick. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so it's not like I really had anything in for it. So if it's worth 50 and I sold it for 25, I'm still making pretty good money because I have nothing into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I was going with this stuff is like I think there was only one thing that I made a loss on, but I knew it was a bad buy.
Yeah.
I knew I paid too much for it. And I lost $25. I sold it for 25 and I bought it for 50. And then when I got it home and really looked at it, it was really bad condition, right?
Yeah. I've done that
So
so many times.
but I don't care if I sold that in the booth, I'm probably selling it for the same and I'm going to lose 10% on it or
Yeah. It's
13% plus
yeah.
commission and all that stuff. So it I think if I was to sell it anywhere, this was the spot to do it. And I told the guy, I said, take a look at the bikes. He said they're really rough shape. I said I'm really just selling it for this guy. So he was going to buy it for full price, and then he looked at it, and I think I had 35 on it. We went to 25 on it, but anyway, yeah. So for the most part, everything, like I can't think of anything that I sold for way less than what I paid for it, or
Yeah.
sorry, without making a good profit on it. To be honest, so uh,
Nice. Well, that's fun. I didn't expect to hear the story, so that's kind of fun too.
yeah, no, it was good. It was really good. Um, I'd love to do it again. But the guy that was running it too, I know him very well, and he has a huge connection, huge following. He also runs estates, so he's got a huge following of people that come to his estate sales and stuff. So for him to be running this, I I had a gut feeling that it was going to do very well,
Yeah.
and it even beat those expectations. So
Nice.
I mean, you never really know, but I kind of felt that it was going to do well. So anywho, that's that. That was my my week.
Yeah.
But
I had a few sales on eBay as well, but nothing worth really talking about. Just like, oh, I did sell a Hallmark ornament for $60. So that's pretty good. So there's good ones out there.
a Hallmark ornament. Eh?
Yeah, Hallmark ornament of a woodpecker. When I looked at the box, I kind of knew it was a better quality one.
Yeah,
So, and also a calendar, which they're pretty big. So like, I don't know, 12-inch by 10-inch or something. So they're a pain in the butt because I had to I take a box and I cut out the box and fold it over to
yeah.
protect it, and then put it in a plastic sleeve. I'm actually going to pull them all off eBay because I just don't like, they don't sell enough for me to take the time to really ship them. And sometimes it can be surprising how much it costs to actually ship because they're big, right? And they're fairly heavy with the cardboard. So I'll put them all in my booth. It's one of those things that's like, oh, I should pull those. And then, of course, one sells. but thankfully I already had a box ready to go, but now I don't. So I'm gonna pull those things. And postcard sold for $10 or $11. The issue, I hate. I know this is an aside, and Seattle's just probably rolling his eyes, but I hate those stupid P stamps. I really do. They're so confusing. It's like I needed like 2.2 P stamps to send this thing, right? And you can't just send like a fifth of the P stamp or whatever it is. I hate those things. Anyways, that's an aside. I don't even want to talk about it. So no, like I can't complain. You know what? I also went to the thrift store, right? And I prefer private picks.
Oh, for sure, dude. For
It's
sure.
like I'm just wandering around there, and it's
Yeah.
like
It's depressing.
all the other resellers around me, and like everyone
Yeah.
going to the carts and like looking over the 1,000 scanned over baggy wall, and it's like, well, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I'd
Dude,
rather pay.
you're coming to the dark side now.
Well, the funny thing is, you can actually kind of pay less at a thrift store, believe it or not.
Oh, I don't find that
I
at
know
all.
that's why I said, believe it or not. But your chance of finding that thing is much lower, right?
Yeah.
It's all at one place, like with the private picks, obviously, right? Like when I bought all those Playboys and they just skip. I pay a lot of money, right? Like it might be $1 an item, but it's still like $800. So it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's like, okay, this will be so much better, right? So you have to be willing to accept the money you're putting out, and it'll take a while to get back to you. So,
Well, it depends. I think your next step is to start chipping away at how much you're spending when you go to those things.
yes.
I mean, did you say yourself that you probably could have spent less?
Oh, I could have spent less, yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
I'm still going to do well with that, though.
yeah,
That's
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just
yeah,
saying if you could have spent less, then it's not really more expensive than a thrift store. Is what I'm saying. Like you
oh,
got to
I see
think
what
about
you're
you
saying.
got
Yeah,
400
okay,
discs, and if you could
okay,
have paid half of what you paid,
right,
like you still got 400 discs. You're not
yeah.
going to get that at a thrift store for that cheap.
No, there's no way they're going to sell them to you for like $1 each.
Exactly.
It's
So
never going to happen, right?
right.
The difference I should say, is the amount of money you're putting up front, right? It's rare that I would go into a thrift store and spend more than $50,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
right, at once. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty rare event. Usually when I go in, I'm spending like 10 to 20.
Yeah.
So,
And I'll spend like $1,000,
yeah.
but I'll fill my truck up to the brim.
Yeah, my truck was filled up twice. So
Exactly.
my truck. Did I say truck? I
Your,
meant car. Yeah.
your car.
And that including all the little weird, like I call them like the
Cubby holes.
cubby holes. Yeah. It
Um,
was enough that the car kind of like lowered.
yeah. Well, you know you're going home satisfied if you're bumping the road every time
Yeah.
you go
Yeah.
over a train track and it bottoms out. Like, oh
Oh.
yeah, I got her full, baby. But um, actually, I'm going to talk about a couple interesting kind of fun sales on eBay. Actually, when you said eBay, it brought my attention. So I was at a pick there a couple weeks ago, and I got this air pump. It was for a bicycle air pump,
Right.
and I thought maybe out of the booth I'm going to get 10, $15. But I got it home, and it's easy to look up because it's got like a red, a white, and a blue stripe. I think it's a French for a certain French bike.
Okay.
But they're actually quite expensive. Like for this air pump, for this bicycle air pump, mine was in good shape, and they go for like up to $100. I think I put $60, $59.95 on mine, and I got stupid questions like, "Can you check this?" and "How long's the hose that connects at the end?" and "Can you?" And I'm like, "Dude, just chill, man. Like it's a bicycle air pump." And he's like, "Can you measure it when it's closed? And can you do a measurement when it's open? I want to see if it fits." And I'm like, So I ignored the question, and it sold to someone that didn't ask questions.
Yeah, I know you say.
Right? And then the
I,
guy's still asking questions about it. I said, buddy, it sold. Anyway,
those are
um,
annoying.
but it
I
sold very quickly, and it's
yeah.
aluminum. It's aluminum, like hand pump, air pump for bicycles. But it's those three stripes that give it. It's called a Blue Mel's alloy bicycle pump. And I put 19-inch with hose, and I had a ruler beside it. He just wanted to know what it looked like open and stuff. But don't pass those up, because sometimes they can be interesting, and you can still sell them for $10 out of the booth if they're not interesting, as long as they're working, as long as the seal's
Yeah.
good and everything. That's what I check. And I'm like, okay, it pushes out air. I'm going to grab it. Had no clue until I got home and actually Google lensed it to find out.
Yeah. Well, the French from France like riding their bikes, so I'm sure
Yeah,
they have some really good high end names
but I
like
didn't know it was
Montblanc.
from French. Like, I didn't know it was from
No,
France.
no.
But yeah, so more toy soldiers sold. Um, $85 for a World War II era DB limited LE number 4 battery operated torchlight military green.
Okay.
It was such good shape. I probably should ask for more, but yeah. And then a couple more toy soldiers. Couple of them sold for $100, 125, $100. So, but anyways, it was that alloy pump that I really want to talk about. So,
Yeah, that's different.
because it's so different, right? Like,
Yeah.
even myself grabbing it was to put in the booth for 10, 15 bucks, 10
I
bucks.
love the surprises, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And that's how you learn too,
yep.
is the stuff you don't know, right? Um, that's cool. One other thing that happened this week is there's been a lot of talk. Like I'm on the Facebook groups, and a lot of talk about EIS and some complaints. And there's legitimate complaints about EIS, but I just wanted to talk about that very briefly.
Okay.
So one of the complaints is that it takes longer to get to the customer, which is definitely true, right? Like I order something from United States that went through their EIS program, and it takes 3 weeks because it has to ship from the seller to the reshipping company, right? Then they have to clear the customs and then come across the border. And I did like I mentioned before, I had that really expensive toy I sold, right? And
Yeah.
I did get a question saying, "Oh, there's been no movement," and I just explained it the truth, right? Which is that it ships from me to them, and then they have to package it or do whatever, deal with the customs and send it. And I said it takes a while, and I said unfortunately you have to deal with eBay because once it's out of my hands at that point. And I was very friendly, very nice. Just matter.
Yeah.
And I said actually I bought something from the United States, and you have to be prepared because it takes a long time to process everything. And they were perfectly happy with that, right? And I think, in this case, and in most cases, people who were buying off EIS, especially non-Americans, like from Europeans,
Yeah.
probably are well aware it takes longer to get stuff. And like, because when that coin took a while to get from the United States to here, I wasn't surprised because I know, right? Like, and it's better than the thing not selling at all, as a seller.
Yeah. But in all fairness, like, I bought a couple of things too from
Yeah.
the States, and it went through EIS from the States. Like, they tell you when it's going to get here.
They give you yeah, there's an
They
estimate,
give you an estimate. It's not
which is
like
long.
yeah, it's not like they say it's going to be there in 3 days and then it takes 2 weeks. Like, they told me it's going to be like, I think based on where I live here, it moves quicker because within a day, 2 days, it's going to be in Mississauga from where I live. I live an hour and a half from Mississauga, maybe
Yeah.
2 hours. So it doesn't take long to get there, right? But when I ordered from the US and it came from California, it went to, like, I don't know, some weird, like, it almost went like all the way across over to I'm probably being sarcastic, but I think it had to go all the way over to like the East Coast, kind of then back up in through Chicago or Detroit, like up in into here. Like so it's traveling kind of probably double the distance that it needed.
Yeah, for sure. Like when I see things like I've shipped out and I've had to check to United States, it can ping pong a lot,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Because I was watching it and it was being ping ponged a lot for sure. Um but I think for me, so like maybe if you were doing international shipping and you lived in Alberta, and if I'm going to assume eBay has one, like it
It's
probably has
Toronto.
to go to Mississauga
Yeah,
before it goes out. So
yeah,
if it's going from Alberta, it could take even longer because it's going to take probably a week to get to Mississauga,
yeah.
and then before it goes out. But for me, it's going to be a day or two.
That's a good point.
Depending on when I drop it off here. If I dropped it off at 9 o'clock in the morning, it's probably going to hit Mississauga sometime tomorrow,
Yes,
right? But if I
and
drop it off at 4 o'clock, it might be 2 days
yeah,
before it gets there.
yeah. And for me in Ottawa, usually it takes 2 or 3 days to get down to Mississauga at most, right?
Yeah,
These are major cities. They're not sitting on stuff, right? They're not waiting to get enough before they ship it out. That's for sure. And the person who's complaining lives in BC. One of the people complaining. So probably like if it'd be frustrating if it's going to like say Oregon. So it goes from BC
right.
to
Yeah,
Toronto,
yeah.
and then they sit on it for a while. Then it gets to the United States. Then it ping pongs everywhere it can go, and then finally ends up right.
And then it does have to go through customs. So I don't
And there's
know.
that. Yeah.
Like they used to process it at Stony Creek and all these places. Like I don't know where it goes to get processed, unless it's in Toronto. So they have some sort of setup where it's processed right there at customs, because customs is in. Well, they say I thought when I worked there, it could have been. It's kind of like Toronto, Mississauga, and Brampton, kind of all converge right there. So to
Right.
me, it was Brampton, but it could also have touched Mississauga, and it was near the Toronto airport. So I mean, it's kind of like right in that sweet spot. So it could be Mississauga on one side of the street and Brampton on the other.
Sure.
And
I just
like
call it
I
Toronto.
don't even know, right? Like I didn't really pay that much attention to it, but I'm gonna assume maybe it's right there near customs, so that they
Yes.
have people maybe come in and just kind of run through all that then and there.
I think it's probably a private company who has done all that, right?
Well,
But
if it has to go through customs, I'm sure there has to be some official or something that
yes, yes, yes,
deals with it, right?
yes, yes.
Because they got to sign off on stuff. But
So
it
to
would
be
be
back,
interesting to know how that works. Maybe security wise, they don't want to tell about. I don't know. I'm just making that shit up, but um, it would be interesting to see how they do deal with all that, because there's got to be tons of inventory.
I'm sure they have people whose job is to be the custom broker, and they just do that all the time. But and that's the nice thing about EIS is I don't have to care.
I don't care. I just
I
get
can send it to
Mississauga
Toronto. I don't
delivered.
even call it Brampton. I don't call it Mississauga. It's going to Toronto. That's all. It's gone. In fact, it's going to Canada Post at the end of my block practically. That's
And it
all.
just says delivered.
Yeah, and then paid, and I never have to worry about it again. Right. So,
So
anyways, that was one of the complaints on EIS, which is like fine, but it's eBay has to. It has to take a long time. It's not like there's a choice here, right? Like, if you can ship it directly, yeah, that's a lot faster, of course. And you have a choice with EIS is to opt out. So, for even just for some things, you don't have to opt out of everything. So, but I guess if you're getting a lot of complaints, like I did get a comment from this one, but it's also a very expensive thing, and they're probably very nervous, right? So, and I dealt with it, and it's worth it for me because I probably wouldn't have sold it. The other one was that another complaint about EIS is that some listings for some reason are not showing up for EIS, and or do, and you don't expect them to. I've had that occur as well. There's some bugs there, but it's not like end of the world bugs for me. It's just, why did this go through? Like I had a magazine, right?
yeah,
Which I usually sell directly. I ship directly, I should say, and for some reason went through EIS, and I have no idea why. But no skin off my back, because all that happened in that case is it went to Toronto and they dealt with it. Now, I might have sold it quicker if it wasn't through EIS, but whatever. Uh, what are the other things they're complaining about? Oh, it's super expensive. So yeah, it is super expensive, but you don't have to opt into it for everything you have, right? And it's up to the buyer. It's not up to us to make decisions on behalf of the buyers like that, right? Like if I can ship something directly, like for example the magazines, I will, because I know I'm more likely to sell the item when there's not a huge EIS expense added on top, right? Obviously.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
the EIS comes on the buyer's expense. It's not expensive for us. But
yeah,
this is why, and we've talked about this 1,000 times. It's you don't make your money on the sale, you make your money on the buy. So like if something and the only thing I okay, so first of all, if somebody's interested but they haven't, you know how they're a watcher,
yeah,
I'll do like 15%, 20% off, which
yeah.
could be enough to entice them to buy. But I would say it's not even a complaint, it's more of a suggestion. If I was to talk to eBay, I would suggest that you could have international shipping rates and like Canadian, like domestic, right? Rate. So if I'm selling to people in Canada, there's going to be no free shipping. I'm going to charge the shipping. But maybe I could put zero shipping because it's only going to Mississauga and it's one less thing that they would have an expense to pay, which is usually about $10 to $15. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
Or
Okay. At first, I was like, "Why don't you just put free shipping?" But you still want to charge Canadians for shipping.
you still want to charge Canadians for shipping,
You
right?
could do that.
I don't see where I could do that.
You can definitely do that. Uh,
I don't think you can. Because it's all under Canadian. It's just like I'm shipping to the person in Mississauga,
yeah, yeah,
right?
maybe.
Because or at least reduce it. Like it all depends. Like if I'm paying 100, if I'm charging $100 and I have nothing
Yeah,
into it, I don't mind because usually shipping to Mississauga is only $9 and change, so it's 10
yeah,
bucks. But I
yeah.
have to charge 15 every time because if it goes to Alberta because somebody in Alberta buys it, it's going to cost me that. You know what I mean? So I put 15 across the board, but it's going to Mississauga. It's only 9. So I would like to charge $5
If it's EIS,
if it's EIS.
yeah, maybe that's not possible.
It's not. But that's the so I would like to have that ability because then I
Yeah,
could reduce all my shipping because eBay has if I ship anything EIS, like it's almost doesn't even matter about the size to an extent. It's always like $9 and change.
it's a heavy discounted rate, I think.
It's hugely discounted. So they have something set up if it goes to this address, I guess, that it gets a big discount. But I can't offer that incentive to the buyer because my only option is it's going to Canada. So to have that huge discounted rate really isn't doing anyone any good because I still have to charge a certain amount because there's a very good chance somebody from Nova Scotia is going to buy something or Alberta and it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to ship it compare to Mississauga. Oh, Carl, you're back.
A little bit of technical difficulty.
All right, I was rambling on. I can't remember what it was about. Anyways, could have been that important.
Oh, I remember now. It was about
Oh,
the cost of the cost. It'd be
oh yeah,
higher, right? But like, when I bought that coin off United States, there, I knew what the cost was.
yeah,
It's not like,
yeah.
and I made the choice that it was worth it, right? So I think a lot of our customers, they might be put off by that cost, but at least they have the chance to buy it. especially from Europe where I never bothered shipping before. They didn't even have a chance of buying it. So, if you can ship yourself and save the customer money, go ahead. Why not? Right.
Yeah.
But it's not like EIS is forcing you to do that if you're part of the program. It's still up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you can always reimburse, but
Or not.
it,
Like,
it's not. But if the person buys it, I don't want to reimburse them. I want them to have an incentive to buy it in the first place. If they already made that decision, there's no sense reimbursing them because they have already decided to pay it.
yeah, it's not like
Right?
it's a surprise.
It's not like it's a surprise. I just wish that there was an option there to reduce it ahead of their decision to kind of make them feel more like buying it.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it's cheaper when they're making their decision, they're going to give it a chance. But I'm not going to make it cheaper after they've already decided to buy it. I'm not going to say
No.
no. Right? So
And
I wish there was an incentive there by reducing that shipping for international shipping. I could take
yeah,
that extra. Well, like I could say $15 because that's what I'm charging, but in all reality, they're getting charged $9, and to take that $10 off of anything over $100 or whatever, when I list it, I can make that changes there. I don't really have a problem with that, especially like a toy soldier. Where I got nothing into them. I've already made my money back. It's all. I'd rather make, 50 sales to the U.S. losing 10% or 15%, but getting an extra so many sales a month. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. And I think when I do the math, like when I bought that coin for the United States, right? I paid more in shipping, but that wasn't like I don't think I actually paid that much more than if they had sent it directly because really where the fees were involved with that
Yeah.
was with the duties and with the brokerage fee. The actual if they had shipped it like the actual shipping cost to me versus to the hub, I don't think there was actually that big of a difference in the overall cost of the item, if you know what I mean. Right? Like the duties and that brokerage fee is much higher. And that they could not save me because that was always going to have to be paid, even if they shipped it to me directly.
But when a person looks at the final price, that's what they're making their judgment on. So if you can reduce it somewhere, even if you're saying the shipping is going to be the same cost, it was really the duties. Well, if I can provide an incentive to offset that, I can't do that on the duties. I can only do
No.
that on my end. Either the item itself has to be reduced or the shipping. So if I reduce the shipping by having an option there for international buyers,
Yeah.
I would reduce it on that shipping.
Yeah,
Because
and I'm not
and
saying that isn't true.
and it's only to create more sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now, those toy soldiers, I couldn't keep them on the shelf. But right now, there's a bunch of them on the shelf, and a bunch have sold. But I couldn't even keep them on the shelf at one point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were flying off the shelf as quick as I was putting them on there. But now, if I was to sit here and list if I was to list toy soldiers all day, I would load up that shelf and it would be loaded up for a while.
Your turnover rate definitely has gone down. There's no fixing that. Even with EIS doesn't fix it either.
Well,
because there is no fixing it. Like the duties
I do think there is a little bit, Carl.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're still so right now, it's costing them more to buy it from outside of the US than inside. And let's face it, that's the whole purpose of this. That's what they wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
That's why we do what we do is because we want Canadians to buy Canadian, right? Like that's why our government puts those things on us as well. So the incentive of me having a lower cost item has been taken away from me. So therefore, they're going to buy from the States because there's a lot of them out there. I'm not the only guy selling toy soldiers.
No.
But if I could bring back that lower cost incentive somewhere along my line, I think my sales would pick up again. Not that they're diminished, they've just greatly been reduced. You know what I mean? Because it's at the bottom line. The guy doesn't care where the costs come from. He just doesn't want to pay me any more than what he would be paying someone else somewhere else, wherever that cheaper
Exactly.
version comes from.
That's right.
Right. So if eBay had it set up in the system where I could somehow make it more appealing to international shippers, but it doesn't. It just I sell in Canada, international shipping falls under that. Like it's almost its own Canadian buyer. That's how eBay's got it set up. I ship it to them like it's a Canadian buyer. There's no
Yeah.
changes there. But as a buyer themselves from another country, they're paying higher.
Yeah.
Like we all know that. I'm not saying something we don't know. I just wish there was something a little bit more where I could reduce the price a little bit or make it more appealing for that international buyer.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're saying like for the shipping within Canada, if it goes EIS, instead of charging $15 shipping, you want to charge whatever it is,
Either
$9
five
shipping
or zero, you know what I
or
mean?
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's
And
a
I don't
$100 item, I don't mind eating that $10 shipping fee.
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And saving them that money on the other end.
Right. And
Yeah.
then if they come in as a watcher, I'm usually 10 or 15%. So let's say at the end of the day, it comes out to 20%. I'm still making $80 on an item that I don't really have anything in, or I might have $10 on. You know what I mean?
You're
Selling
still
it for
making enough
80
net. Yeah.
is fine if I'm going to increase my sales by 50 more sales a month.
Yeah. I
Right.
don't think there's a fix for this either. The only way I could see that is if eBay had a thing that if it was an EIS, you could have a separate shipping cost to EIS.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
In your
If I
policy.
was to talk to eBay, that's what I would suggest to
Yeah.
have to do.
But that's like I don't like that's something you would want. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Right. But
And maybe not everybody wants it, but you
no,
don't have to do it that way. I would
no,
do it.
I have shipping policies, right? So when I ship to EIS, it's only well, it depends on the size, but it could be $9 or $10 I'm charging anyway. So it wouldn't make a huge difference. But I understand there's nothing wrong with wanting something, right? So
We want stuff all the time, Carl.
so anyways, it was just some things that brought up with the EIS. Like the other thing was getting me is that people say, well, I ship you a UPS and I let the customer deal with it. Yeah, but you know what happens when you use UPS the United States and the customer says, oh, I'll accept paying the duties, and then they get the bill, 10% or 20% of the time they say no, and then you have a problem. So, with EIS, we don't have to worry about any of that, right? So there's benefits to EIS to us as well.
Oh, I like EIS.
Yeah,
It's a game changer.
it's definitely a nice thing to have, right? And like, I'm not saying there isn't legitimate complaints about EIS. My biggest complaint about EIS probably is it seems a little buggy on when it puts it on and when it doesn't put it on, and I haven't figured out why, and I can't be bothered to figure it out.
What does that mean?
Well, like for example, my magazines, right?
Yeah.
It's all under the same shipping policy, which does not allow EIS. But I had one magazine somehow went through EIS, and I have no idea how it happened or why it happened.
And you have it not to be under EIS?
Yeah, my magazines will not be under EIS because I can ship them tariff free by myself.
Yeah.
So that means the cost to the buyer is much lower, which means they'll probably obviously be much more inclined to buy from me.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And I just have EIS turned off just for the United States. It's still turned on for everywhere else on that same listing.
Right.
So even if you opt in or out of EIS, you still can choose if you want to use it on your listings. You're not forced to do anything.
Right.
Now, that being said, it's turned on by I I I, I guess technically, if you don't want to ship to Europe for some reason and you don't want to have your own shipping policy to Europe, you could be forced to send it to Europe through the EIS program. So I guess you'd have to opt out of EIS if for some reason you don't want to ship to Europe. You don't want things to get to Europe, I guess. I don't know why you would feel that way, but
I don't know.
I guess that's true. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'll ship it to whoever wants to buy it as long as eBay's looking after it. I don't care.
exactly, as long as I get paid,
Yeah,
I can send it. I
I'm
don't
just
care.
selling it to I'm selling it to someone in Mississauga. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. So, anywho, I was just mentioning that because that was a thing this week. So, people don't. I don't understand like why you would want to take away options for someone, but teach their own, right? That's the nice thing about this is we can run our business how we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there.
There it is. All right. Shall we get the comments, Carl, before we lose internet connection again?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to start here with one from Harry because I got a message from Harry on Instagram.
Okay.
Harry Humstone. He does picking. He has his own channel on YouTube. You can check him out, Harry Humstone. We should try to have Harry on as a guest.
We should.
He's going full-time reseller in July.
Oh.
I think he probably retires.
Yes.
So
he's been talking about retirement for a while.
Yeah. So it looks like that comes up in July. I'm assuming. He didn't say why he's going full-time, but I'm assuming it's because he's retired.
He wants to. It's like me.
No. I mean, I don't know why he's going full-time in July other than because he's retiring.
No, you're right. You're right. I remember him talking about it. Yeah.
I understand why he's going full-time because he's a good picker and he does very well with his sales. I get that point. Like I do too. But I'm just saying other than him retiring, I'm pretty sure that's why he's going full-time. I don't know. Maybe I didn't say it right. I don't know. Anyway, there it is.
The horse is dead. Keep going.
But Harry, congratulations, buddy. And you know what? I saw a couple of Instagram posts Harry's done where he goes out the meals. I got to get caught up on some of his videos. I don't think I've watched. Have you seen Harry's videos lately?
All reselling. I've pretty well slowed down my viewing. I think Jamie's he's producing one every 10 minutes.
He's been on fire.
Yeah, he's literally on fire. Yeah.
But I don't know. It kind of got away from me. So I have reduced greatly my reselling videos, watching them as well. I've gotten more into the aliens.
Right.
Taking over Earth. So I'll have to get back on and check out Harry's videos. I apologize for that, Harry. I don't know, time just got away from me. I probably since Christmas, Yeah,
it's natural. We go through streaks.
Yeah, but it wasn't intentional. It was just the way it is. Every now and then, Craigslist Hunter will pop up, and I'll watch his videos. But his really isn't picking videos. His is just what's going on in the store or something. But I my favorite one was Shed Flips, and I haven't watched them in probably a month or two. You know what I mean? Probably just as long as Harry. So I got to get back up there, watch Harry's. Hopefully he had some videos up lately. They used to pop up, but I watch everything I don't watch anything on computer. When I first started this, I used to watch everything on the computer.
Yeah.
Now it's all on the smart TV, like the TVs. So what about you, Carl? Do you find it'd be interesting to know how people view, because I think that might change how you present your videos. But do you watch most of your YouTube on the TV now?
I don't even have a TV set up, so it's all on my laptop.
You don't even have a TV in the house?
Well, I have a TV. It's just not set up. It's way in that corner of the room, and I haven't turned it on in like 5 years.
You and Amy don't watch movies and
Yeah,
stuff?
we do. We just watch. I have a big laptop, and we just sit on the couch and have it in front of us.
Really?
Yeah, we've been doing that for at least 10 years, if not long. We've never had a TV upstairs.
Huh. Wow. You
When
still
you're
have
watching on a laptop and it's really close up and it's a big screen, you
do
don't
you
even
guys live
think.
off do you guys live off grid? Like do you have like
Hell no.
a wood
I
stove?
I want all. I want all the luxuries here. Yeah, no, we just never like for one. And not to get into it, but we just the laptop is you don't even think of it like you're watching it on the laptop, and it's like right in front of you, right? So it's not like it's 6 feet away or 5 feet away or whatever, right? You don't even
Yeah.
think of it.
Huh.
So, yeah, and the quality's good. It's a laptop, gaming laptop. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So no, the answer is no. It's all on the laptop.
Ah, okay.
We even pay for YouTube Premium because we use YouTube so much.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no ads.
So
Can't,
Harry doesn't care if you watch the show or not then.
why?
Well, if there's no ads, he's not getting paid. So
Yeah, I wonder how that works. Eh? Like, are they getting
yeah,
screwed?
yeah,
I
you're
don't
getting
know.
screwed. You're screwing everybody, Carl.
Well, I don't want ads. I watch us too.
So Harry's
All our added revenue. You haven't told me if any revenue, but I'm assuming it's in the thousands at this point of it after a year and a half, right?
who us? We haven't even met the threshold to allow ads to play. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and I think we got the hours probably.
We got the hours, yeah.
I think you need 4,000 hours of watch time or minutes of watch time or something. But you need 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, I know.
We got at this rate, we got another 10. We'll be another 10 years before.
We're lucky. I think our view count's going down. It's great.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All right.
Yes, Harry. What was Harry's comment?
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Is that what he said?
No,
oh, thank you, Harry.
No, that's what I said. Harry said he's going full time in July.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's been so long, I forgot.
Well, come on.
Well,
Carl.
good for Harry. He's been talking about it for a long time. I like it. No pressure. Getting bad. The house is even worse now because I have it's full of all these magazines and laser discs, but that's the way it is. That's the way it rolls. I even made it worse because I brought a whole bunch of stuff back from the market that's been there for a year. If it's there for a year, damn it, it had its chance. So
yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Harry, for the comment.
All right, Carl.
So Spotify, Ventina Mac.
Check out Harry Homestone. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Friend of the show. Hopefully he'll be a guest on.
He's fun, but he's a good picker too. Like he finds good stuff. He finds stuff I like.
He likes fairy lamps. So Tina, I figured it would be Scott with the porn stash in his vehicle, not you, Carl.
What? Hang on, wait a second.
That's what she's saying. It's not my fault.
Porn stash in the vehicle. What was that for? What is that? What did we say? Something?
The Playboys I've been talking about.
Porn stash. Okay.
Yeah. Remember I said my car's
I
full
thought
of
it was
porn?
like mustache, like stash.
Oh.
Like the porn stash. I'm like, what? Oh, in his vehicle. Okay. I just saw a porn stash. I'm like, Carl's.
Well, we both have that right now because neither of us. Well, I have actual beard now. You just don't shave.
I shaved for the weekend. I just cleaned up a little bit. Didn't want to look like Grizzly Adams. But hey, oh no, that's fine. Go ahead.
You're right, Scott. I could talk alien movies all day. That and horror.
Hey, my book comes up Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Congrats, man.
Alien
on
horror.
Amazon.
It's sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
Creature feature.
Yeah.
And it's available on Amazon March 6th.
Oh, 2 days.
Which is Friday.
Oh, nice.
Which
and the
is
name
probably
of it?
the day of this video.
Right.
It's home versus visitors. So just to give everybody, like, I didn't pay an editor to go through this and edit it.
Right.
So I just want to be crystal clear that it's not professionally edited. I did use AI to help edit it and keep the structure proper for formatting and stuff like that. But even it itself says it's about 80% there. Like, because I asked it, I said, "Are you good at editing as good as an editor would be?" And they said, "No, a person would be better." We're about 80%.
Right.
So there's probably going to be flaws and little quirks in there, but the story's pretty like it flows well with the story and stuff. So
If ChatGPT is one thing, if that's assuming what you use for the editing, it is confident. Unless you get nitpicky and then it says, "Oh, sorry about that."
well, I used both ChatGPT and Grok
Yeah.
because I find they're both good at different things.
Yeah.
So and which means they're both worse at different things, but
Yeah.
I use them both. So I've started. I'm pretty much finished the story of a second book, but it's going to be a trilogy, and I'm working on book 2 for that now. And I start off kind of getting my information because there's a lot of technical information in a sci-fi book that I'm doing, like this new one. So I'm using Chat GPT for that, but I'm going to use Grok for a lot of it too. Like listen, I don't. I have AI as an assistant. It's not writing the story. I'm writing the story. Like
Yeah.
even I command it. Like, so for instance, last night I said to ChatGPT, I'm kind of going through this book, and there's a couple of chapters where I'm stumbling on. I don't want you to tell me the information, but maybe give me some things that I'm missing here that would help keep the story pertinent. So they might say, like, it would say, well, do a backstory on this character, because I had to do like 3 or 4 paragraphs of what my first book was about, so it
Yeah.
can tell me how to go with the next one. And I said, I want to get 26 to 30 chapters. This is my word count. So I completely said to it, I do not want you to give me anything more than a title and maybe a little synopsis of where that story could go, because I want this to be mine. And it even said, this is how I'll break it down for you, and therefore is 100% your story. So I don't want people to think that I'm getting out there and because they classified it as AI slop. It's not an AI book. It's my book. It's my story. But I've written scripts, but I've never written a novel. So I don't understand the complete novel format. I'm not trying to say that I do. I am completely saying I don't. So it helps me structure it properly, format it properly, and then edit it as I go along.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Carl?
Yep.
But it's still my story. I've had this story. I could show tons of books and notes. I was going to write this as a script probably 10, 12 years ago, maybe longer, right? Maybe 15 years ago. But I have it
Mhm.
all written down. Like, this has been in my head for a long time.
Yeah.
But now it's out. It's coming available on Amazon on Friday.
And the name of the title again, and your name,
Well, my name's Scott Sherman, but there's other Scott Sherman authors out there,
and the
which
title.
it's home versus visitors.
There you go.
But but a friend of mine went out there and said, "Did you realize there's other authors, Scott Sherman?" And I'm like, "Are you serious?" I checked the title, but I never thought to check my own name. But I can't change that anyway. I guess I could add a middle initial or something. But anyway,
Next
um,
time.
so there you go. No, I'm going to keep it Scott Sherman. I just said that I'm going to spam the other ones with bad reviews, which I'm not. I'm just kidding. But anyway, there it is. There it is, Carl. Little big plug
There
of the
you
week.
go. Coming out soon.
But 200 and something pages, 50 something thousand words.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks, Carl. And it'll probably be a month or month and a half for the next book to come out, but I'm getting there.
Just have to give up sleep.
Well, there's been many mornings where I'm up to 5 in the morning trying to figure that stuff out. Like
Yeah.
trying to, because once you're in that rhythm, you just go.
Yep.
Because it's not often you're in that rhythm.
No, it's not.
But once you're there, it's amazing how fast, like, you just keep hammered out. And there is a little bit of porn talk in there, too.
There you go. So Tina's comment is not completely off track here, right?
No, no. There's definitely sex in it. Sex and violence and twists and turns. And
I'm more like, if it gives me money, I'll sell pretty well anything. So
well, then it should just be sex, because I think those are the books that sell.
the
But
heavy
I like
metal
sci-fi. I like
magazines.
creature features are my favorite. I think Creature of the Black Lagoon was probably my favorite growing up.
Yeah.
And then the 1970s King Kong, and oh, even the 30s King Kong, because we used to have like a little black and white TV back in the 70s,
Yeah.
and you get those older shows, right? So, all right. So, anyways, back to
Uh,
Carl's porn stash comment.
then she says, I can't believe Carl has never watched Cheech and Chong.
Dude, I can't believe you never watched Cheech and Chong either.
I'm not really a comedy guy. Like, when I was going through the laser discs,
Well, that's obvious.
there's a whole bunch
You
of
don't like Cheech and Chong.
yeah, whole bunch of like comedies I never heard of ever. It's like, oh
Wow.
wow, it's just not my thing.
What was the other one you never watched? Was the Christmas Vacation?
There's a long list. Yes, that was one of the major
Oh
ones.
my god.
I don't like comedies. What can I say? You know, please tell me you've seen The Shining. Yes, I have seen The Shining. That is more my type of movie. I like
Okay.
that sort of thing.
The Shining. Tina Mack. Do you know the conspiracy around The Shining?
There's so many things behind that. I
Yes.
love watching the YouTube analysis of The Shining, or like,
Goodness.
any of that stuff, because I don't see any of it. I need it pointed out in
Once
crayons.
it's pointed out, you can't not see it though.
There's so much,
There's so much.
and it's like, wow, they really thought of all this stuff in advance, right?
Yeah.
Or like, I like watching that stuff. I was watching it. Like, I love The Witch. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
I love those sorts of movies.
You're talking about where they were like from the 1700s type thing, and they were in a
they're like Puritarians almost.
but back in the day, right? Like
Yeah.
this is a periodic movie, like a period time movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was actually filmed in Northern Ontario. So
one of my favorite scenes in any movie, I think, is in that movie. And that's where they're riding out of that kind of fenced in town.
Yeah.
And it's gray and kind of foggy, and she's looking out the wagon, and they're closing the gates behind them.
Yeah.
And you see the native Indians, like the natives, dressed in that attire, and I'm like, that is probably the closest I've ever seen what it would look like at that time with them. Like, they're warriors, they got the bows, they got their outfits on, and I'm like, that's probably how it would look like.
So I watched, like I said, just the other week, I watched another one on it, and that director's obsessed with authenticity. So but even he was complaining to the whole like director's commentary about things that upset him because they didn't do it right. They even brought up someone just to do the proper thatch on the roof of the dwelling in the movie,
like, and where they lived.
Yeah, where they lived, the little shed basically.
Yeah,
and like, he got really upset because there's a scene with the girl in there, and they didn't do any processing to get rid of the holes in her ears because they were pierced ears, right?
Oh,
and even that bugs him, and like, no one ever notices that, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
We're not looking that close, but he was really bothered by that. So it's
no, we did go and watch it in the theater when it came out.
Yeah,
like, if you're going to see it, that's when you would notice it is big big theater, but I didn't notice that. I just
No
thought
one noticed that.
I just thought it looked like when they did that, I'm like, that's probably how it would really have looked.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
if there's
Just the
anyone
way
who's
they turned
close,
and looked behind
yeah,
them, it was
yeah.
like that's one of my like I don't know.
The
I
Northman's
thought that
really
was
good too. I
yeah.
like those kind of like horror movies with a bit of like paranormal in them. I like that stuff.
I found the dad or the husband, however you want to refer
Yeah.
him, I found him kind of annoying. I don't know if that
Well,
was purposely or not, but I
well, it
felt
is in a way, right? Because it's
yeah,
him losing control of everything. Yeah.
yeah. I just
It
found he was a little bit obnoxious, but all right.
he did the Northman, which is really good. He also did the Lighthouse, uh, which is a hard watch for me. It
Is
was.
that William Defoe?
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it.
I couldn't get through it. I had to like
Yeah.
fast forward and stop. Like I get it. It's artsy though, and it was too hard for me.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
So
I'm not going to waste my time. Like, if people like it, they like it. I don't care. It's just
oh
not for
yeah,
me.
a lot of people love it, but that was one I just couldn't get through.
Yeah.
Let me see. Please tell me you've seen The Shining. Yep, love that movie. Yep. Thank you, Tina.
Yeah. I love the conspiracies almost as much. And you know who didn't like that movie? Stephen King.
Which movie? The Shining.
Yeah. He said that there was too many changes and it wasn't his story and he wanted to distance himself from it.
Well, that's
And I
fine, but he's
believe
wrong.
what's that?
That's fine, but he's wrong.
Well, I believe it's probably because the changes were apparently I won't get too much involved in this, but apparently Kubrick and King didn't really have a lot of respect for each other.
Yeah.
So he purposely probably did some things to upset Stephen King, but at the same time, I think he was throwing some messages in there, and therefore it had to be filmed a certain way, right? But
It has to be entertaining, and you have to like. I don't mind. I don't need it to be exactly like the book, right? And sometimes like they've been really altered, and you wouldn't is barely with the book, or there's so like I'm not a purist, that's for sure.
yeah,
So
I don't know. They always say that the book's better than the movie. Um,
yeah, right. That's
no,
not always true.
I can see that, but there's a lot you can do with a book that you can't do with the movie. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Right? So
like The Watchmen, right? I prefer the movie ending than the graphic novel ending, even though they're both very good. Uh, they made changes like that, which is perfectly fine. So
well, wait till my book becomes a movie, Carl, then you can
then
comment.
we'll change the ending. We'll completely alter the book.
You can't change the ending.
And
The
yeah,
ending
that's what they say. And then we just do it anyways. And then you're like, oh, well, at least I got
if
to change
anybody
the ending.
reads it, it's the ending that is most important. You can't change the ending because that's the whole book is the ending. So I'll
That's
leave
why
it
you
there.
try not to have the author around if you can
That's a little teaser.
when you're cutting up their movie or their book.
Well,
Well,
dude, you know what? If you listen to people that write scripts for a living, they always are upset because when it gets down to the movie, they've cut it up and changed so much.
Yeah,
You know, it's just the way it goes.
it has to be entertaining, and it has to like in a book you can take your time to get deep into stuff. Where a movie they don't have time. It's like they got an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5. It's like you got to get to the meat. I get
And
it.
and you know what? You pay me anything for that's worthy of the I don't care what you do with it after that.
You heard it here first.
Just it's all about the money. All right. So we'll head over to YouTube and we got a comment from Randy, Nova Scotia Celt. Did we just got one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see Carl in his own pickup truck.
Yep. Totally me.
Huh?
Yep. That's me.
Hearing the roar of the big gas engine shifting into four-wheel drive. Wow. Randy's like a novelist in his own. He's got a little story here. It's got the sound effects and everything.
You forgot the most important part: rolling coal.
shifting into four-wheel drive as he headed down a muddy country driveway with brushes
Whoa,
scraping
whoa,
the
whoa.
sides of the truck.
Most
Someone,
people I know who have trucks actually don't want them dirty. They just want them nice looking with the
oh, I don't care
with
about
that.
dirty. I wouldn't want brushes scratching it though.
No.
But I don't care about. Well, I mean, because mine's relatively new still, like,
See? I knew it.
and it's got good paint on it.
At least you
But the
use your
muddy, I don't
truck.
care. It
At least
looks
you use
good,
it.
buddy.
Yeah.
Four-wheel drive, woo.
I'm glad the warmer weather's coming because I've had to charge my poor Tesla when I get to Morrisburg, and that takes.
It takes some. The cold weather does that much, eh?
Well, my car, definitely my car, because I got the cheap one, but I can still do it. It's not a problem. So it's just, it took me forever to be smart about it though, because there's a McDonald's there, eh, at the charging station in Morrisburg.
Yeah.
And I was so stupid. I go to the McDonald's here nearby, eat it on the way down there, then sit at the charging station. It's like, why don't you just like go to the charging station, charge, eat your breakfast at the same time? And like that saves me like 10 minutes. It's like, and it took me so long to figure that thing out. And it's like, oh my God, not a smart one over here.
Listen,
So,
Carl, if I win the lottery, I'm buying you the biggest pickup truck with the big knobby tires.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy you one like the Fall Guy. Big knobby tires, the big lights on the top.
Oh, yeah. Not a Cybertruck?
Oh, if you want a Cybertruck.
No, I do not.
Okay. You said they're ugly.
They are ugly.
So then I'll just get you a really big gas truck.
Okay. Thanks, man.
And you'll like,
Anyways,
oh my
yeah,
God.
Randy, that's me. Big truck up. It wouldn't have fit where I had to like pile it up a few times. The roads can get pretty narrow here, eh? If it's an older street and there's like snowbanks on both sides and parking on both sides, it's like one way only, even if on two-way streets.
When it's
So
narrow and you're sitting up high in the truck, you can actually see better.
that is one thing I kind of wish, but
Yeah.
that's with any small vehicle, right? Because I think people behind you don't always realize you can't see what's in front of the car in front of you, right?
Right.
So you're doing a left-hand turn and there's a car in front of you blocking it. I sometimes feel that people are like, why aren't you going? But it's like, I can't see what's in front of the car in front of me, right?
Yeah.
But they can because they're super high. So they're like, why aren't you going with the guy in front? It's like, well, it's because I can't actually see if there's another car. Like the guy has enough time to go left, but there could be someone coming, right? So
Yeah. If
I
you're
do
sitting
that.
up high though, like
That'd be nice.
sometimes I squeeze through like narrowness, especially when I'm at
Yeah.
town-wide yard sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
sitting up high.
You can
Sitting
see.
up high, I can kind
Yeah.
of see everything and I can squeeze around.
Yeah.
Even though it's a bigger vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just I feel it's an advantage, to be honest. But and then I have the backup camera, so if I'm
Yeah.
backing up anywhere, it kind of tells me where I'm to go. It's got the lines and shit. So.
I love that. The only thing is I have to clean mine a lot, I find.
Yeah,
Especially in the winter.
you got to clean it in the wintertime.
And I always remember as I'm backing up, so I need to clean it.
Yeah.
And then I always forget. So it's like, yeah, but it's really, it is nice to have like,
Yeah.
there's all these little extras, right? When I get into Amy's car, which is an older car, it's like, oh, I missed this and this and this.
Yeah.
I'm not used to looking at the rear view mirror as much when I'm backing up because the backup camera is better. The only thing is, anyways,
my rear view mirror is usually blocked because I have stuff piled up in my back seat.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
But to clean off the camera is not a big deal. I just lick my thumb and then rub it across the camera.
Yeah, me too. Just I just forget to do it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, oh man. But they are really awesome. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Car talk.
For sure. Technology. Pretty soon we'll have robots that just drive the cars for us. Or they are the car. One or the other.
That's right.
Don't want to go there. Don't want to go to that hour conversation, Carl.
We already did that.
We do that every time.
Yeah.
All right. That's about it for me.
Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, life goes on. We sold stuff. We're gonna buy stuff. I don't know.
Buy and sell.
What can we say? So, well, we say the same thing every week anyway. So there you go.
There it is. All right. Everyone have a good week. Carl, have a good week. Go buy and sell and be merry.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll see everyone next week.
Bye, everyone.